Welcome to another episode of Music Monday. You're now tuned into your favorite musical show where I be showcasing the latest albums and music that dropped in the past week or month. Hosted by yours truly, Wandile BC. Right, so in today's episode, we're going to be discussing Tom Misch, who recently dropped a project called The Full Circle. So Thomas Abraham Misch was born on the 25th of June in 1995, and he is an English musician slash producer who released his debut project in 2018. Right. So the first time I came across his music was when he released a single with FKJ and another artist called Lil Kana, who's also an English rapper, who's based in the UK as well. Right. Tom has a very unique style of capsulating the time and moment of when the song was recorded. Um, for instance, songs like The Red Room on this project was one of those songs that I find very, very unique. Songs like there's a song that he dropped back then which was called Comeback. It's on his project called the Beats Tape 2, which was dropped back in 2014. So if you're very like a very if you're into instrumental music that has no vocals, which is just a roller coaster sound where it takes you on a trip, then those are the songs you should check out for before listening to this project. Alright, so like I've said on the previous episode that I'll be focusing on the interesting parts or interesting facts that I picked up about the album or about the artist. Um, on this one, he experimented a little bit more about his lyrics, and he's actually singing more than actually playing the instruments because he's a very good musician. He's a very dope guitarist. He's one of the best guitarists I've actually listened to when it comes to alternative sounds. So in this particular project, he focused more on the lyricism. Like the first four songs give you his sound, his element, and actually take you on a roller coaster ride on which emotions or feelings he was under when these musics or when these songs were recorded. And another interesting fact that I decided to add on this one is that Tom is actually one of the artists, one of the very few international artists that actually made it into the Durban scene. I think it was in 2017, if not 18, when Black Coffee brought him down to Durban to perform. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to the show. But it's just one of those things that I find very interesting. That unlike most musicians, like your big names, like your Drake and them, have never been to Durban, but artists like your Tom Misch have actually been and played into one of our arenas. So for that, I commend him, and I'd like to see more of him in the near future, especially for this project. I'd like to see this one being performed live. The main three songs that stood out for me on this particular project are the first songs, which is very unlikely on a project where the first song that drops you like it. Sometimes it just gives you the feeling of what you should expect, but on this one it just gives you exactly what you're going to be getting, and it's a masterpiece. I really like the first song called Flowers in Bloom actually, and the second song called The Red Room. Third song being, I was going to go for Sister With Me, but then when I heard Slow Tonight a few minutes ago, I'm actually going with that one on my three selections. So those are the three songs I'd like you guys to actually firstly listen to. And if you do like the project, you can come back and comment if I did plug you with something nice. If you don't really like it, you can also let me know so that I can maybe try and find better suggestions. But for me, this is a masterpiece, as I normally say with all my other albums that I've reviewed in the past weeks. But this one is actually a masterpiece without any doubt. So if you are into that jazzy alternative R&B sound, be sure to check out the album and let us know, guys. Um, so we meet again on another episode. This is the end of it. Thank you. Bye. Ciao. Like, follow, subscribe.